Now let's bring it home. The enemy wants to confuse and distract and hinder and blur the lines as he was doing. He wants to do that with you. He wants to harass you. He tries to harass you. He wants to intimidate you. He's a bully. He threatens you, seeks to oppress you, wants you to panic, wants you to despair, wants you to stay in bondage, wants you to give up, wants you to give in, wants you to fear. When somebody is harassing you and stalking you, in the extreme, what people do is they get in a restraining order. And there's a good chance he's seeking to harass you right now with something. Maybe a problem, might be this, bog you down, take away your peace. With that bondage, that fear, that habit, that compromise, that problem harassing you. It would be great if we could get a restraining order on the devil. If there was a restraining order, well, there is. It's called the Word of God. This is your restraining order. This is what restrains the power of the enemy. Use your restraining power. Use the power that God has given you. It's time you do what Paul did. We don't know why he didn't do it before, maybe to show us now. The fact is he had the authority the whole time. We live in an evil age when the great power comes against the people of God. It's coming from the government, from business, from the culture. There's even now an explosion of witchcraft in America. There are more witches than there are Presbyterians. That's how bad America is right now. But do not fear it. Because as Paul, the fact is you have the authority, greater authority over it, over all the works of the devil. We were on a mission in Central America, and Annette, one of our people, she's with another sister, and two women come up to them, and they don't know, they're just praying for people, they don't know that these two women are some of the chief witches of the area. And they place their hands on the women as prayer, and the women go spinning out of control. Like a tornado hit them. The moment they touched them, like a tornado, spinning around. Finally, they collapsed on the ground. It was like the life just came out of them as if they were delivered. They had no idea. They were just praying. They were just praying. But the power you have in Jesus. The Lord is my shepherd. I will fear no evil. No evil. Even if 1,000 witches come against you with every spell, it just takes one believer with the word of God and the name of God to put 1,000 to flight. If 1,000 demons come after you, it just takes one believer with the word of God and the name of God to put 1,000 of them to flight. 10,000. Be confident in the authority you have been given. Stop putting up with his harassment. Stop putting up with his intimidation and his bondages and his fears and his threats and his lies. You've got the power. Use it. It's time to tell the devil, enough, enough, enough. You have no power over me. You have no authority over me. It's time to say to the fear and to the anxiety and the habit and the sin and the gloom and all that stuff, to say you have no authority over me. To say to the depression, you have no authority over me. To say to the rejection, you have no authority over me. Enough, enough, enough. I will not be intimidated anymore. I will not be cowed. I will not be harassed. You have no authority, for I stand in the name of the Most High God, the Almighty, and I cast you out of my house, out of my walk, out of my life, out of my sight, out of my mind. I will fulfill the calling for which God put me on the earth for such a time as this, for greater is he who is in me than you who are in the world.